Alright, so we are back to talk about the new trailer of Frosty's invasion event in Tower Defense X. We will talk about the enemies in the event and I will tell you guys what towers I would recommend for beating this event. Also, Happy New Year everyone, 2024 is finally over. Before we get to the video, don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel, it means a lot for me. But anyways, as you probably know, that's like the second time they are delaying this update so far. Now the release date is 7th of January, which is in 6 days from the time I am recording this video. The trailer may seem a little bit short, which it actually is very short compared to the other trailers. But there are still lots of things to talk about. First of all, we can see only a few new enemies in this trailer. The new enemies are very similar to the enemies in the Christmas 2022 event of Tower Battles. As you know, Frosty is a boss from the Tower Battles, but I don't think we will see the Frosty as a boss in this event. Because you know the main guy of this event is going to be the General Salgar. He was revived by Dr. Zenon, as how she mentions at the beginning of the trailer.
Long thought to be extinct, I revived General Salgar.
This also confirms we will see a new cast skin in this event, or who knows, maybe multiple cast skins, we will see. Let's talk about the enemies first. We have skeletons with swords, some enemies with huge claws, flank enemies who have a staff to attack our towers. They look so sick. Perhaps they have some kind of a rocket they are using to fly. I have no idea what is that thing, but it seems really cool, man. There is one more flank enemy. These guys seem like they won't be attacking our towers, but I am not really sure, man. There are also some huge enemies. They seem like they will be a huge threat for our base. Look at how big they are, dude. Oh my goodness. You heard it right. This event will be very similar to the chapter 3 of Halloween event. It looks like the enemies will be spawning very close to the GDA base. Also considering that we don't really have that much of a large space to place our towers and the enemies are really fast. I am pretty sure this event is going to be challenging, maybe even harder than the Halloween chapter 3 and 4. But there is one question. Do you think this trailer is from the Nightmare or the regular mode of the event? If you ask me, it's from the Nightmare mode, because if this is from the regular mode, then how hard is going to be the Nightmare mode? Then it's going to be so intense, like oh my goodness, I don't want to imagine it, man. Like trust me, if it's like that, then it's going to be very challenging. And you know, this already looks like very insane in my opinion. We also see the enemies of part 1 in the part 2, such as the mobster guys and snow predators. Dude, look at how many snow predators there are. The snow predators are going to be freezing all of our towers. There are even ginger dress which are so annoying because you know, when they are dead, they explode and kill bunch of nearby towers. We will be placing our towers very close to each other. We can see that in the trailer, and if a ginger dread gets close to our towers, then we are literally cooked. It will damage every single tower, which is why I will recommend especially the medic tower. Of course, the medic tower is going to be the meta in this event. We will need him, he is the only option we have. But still don't forget that the snow predators can just freeze everything and then you are again cooked. You have to bait these guys, or you need to have enough DPS to kill them before they reach the front line. The map is kinda similar to the part 1 map. This is probably the second entrance of the base. It may be used for military vehicles because you know there are huge garage doors as you can see here. General Salgar seems really huge. Perhaps he is same size as the garage doors. That's crazy, man. The enemies have to destroy the garage doors. Right in this moment, the General Salgar is destroying one of the gates as you can see. That looks so interesting, man. Oh my goodness, look at the animation, like I love that. Most of the enemies have to get in close range to deal damage because this time there are no tanks or stuff like that. They have melee type of weapons like swords and claws. However, don't forget that in part 1 there were mobster guys with weapons. However, they were really easy to kill, so I don't think we are going to have any problem with them. In the last footage, General Salgar is either raging or dying. It's most likely the second page of this guy in my opinion. I don't think that's a dying animation of him. Perhaps it may just be a regular ability where he freezes all of the towers or something like that. I literally have no idea to be honest, but I know one thing. This guy is going to be so amazing. One more thing, we can see some other enemies in the thumbnail. There is a Wendigo, the Snow Wendigo. This guy is going to be very fast and you know, it's going to be very annoying in my opinion at least. There isn't that many things we can talk about, but regardless, from the trailer I can recommend you some towers for this event. First of all, the barracks will be a good choice because you know, the paths are very close to each other, which means the troops of the barracks will be able to damage basically everything. Barracks and relic will probably be the best spawner towers for this event. Barracks is of course better than the Relic if you ask me, because the Relic Tower is like not that good, man, in my opinion. The Rail Gunner Tower can also be a good tower to bring for flying enemies and dealing damage. Especially the top pad can be a good counter for the flying enemies, as you know. The bottom pad is also amazing for dealing DPS because it also has like a very huge range. It's going to make it like very overpowered in the event. I am really sure the Rail Gunner Tower is going to be very crucial in this event because, you know, the top pad can also pierce through enemies, which is going to be very interesting in this map because, you know, the map is basically a straight line which will make the tower be able to deal damage to more than one enemy. XWM turret may not be a good tower to bring because the medic cannot heal this tower and it will take so much empty space. That's why I would recommend bringing Golden Ranger or Golden Juggernaut for main DPS towers. The Cryo and the regular helicopters may also be a good tower to bring, but I am not really sure. They will probably have some problems with the flying enemies, so I would recommend sticking with the Golden Towers. The Skyhawk artillery can be very crucial in this map. The paths are very close to each other and this guy has a very large splash radius, so that's going to be very overpowered, not going to lie. Of course, you also have to bring medic. This tower is going to be the meta in this event, like I said before. Sentry or either scarecrow towers can be used for baiting the enemies, which will be a very important thing in some waves, like when there are a bunch of snow predators. Commander and EDJ are going to be very important support towers. Especially Commander can be very crucial. This guy has like a very large range, so that's going to make it like very good. The John Tower may also be a good tower to bring for supporting our towers. I am not really sure if the bottom pad will be a good thing in this event, because, you know, it will be very intense, man. So one more thing, the laser gunner. I really don't know, but the top pad is able to pierce through many enemies, which can make this guy actually good in this event. It's also able to stun the enemies with the ability on the top pad. Maybe, who knows, it will actually be worth using in this event. I really don't know, man, but let me know what you think in the comments. But for stunning, of course, there are better towers you can bring. There will be lots of enemies coming up, so I would recommend using the Grenadier. This tower can be very useful on the bottom pad. It's going to be so crucial. It will stun basically everything and that will make you have more time to deal damage to the other enemies. I would also talk about the new Icebreaker tower, but sadly we didn't see her in this trailer. However, I am going to make a video about her when we get more information, so make sure to subscribe because trust me, it's going to be so interesting. But anyways, I think that was it for this video. I really hope it was interesting and tell me what are your thoughts about this new trailer in the comments. I will try to read all of them. Thank you for watching, have a good day or night, happy new years, enjoy your time with your families or whoever you are celebrating with, and I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.